Alright, what's up everybody? Kevin Van Voorhis here for another video for you guys today. It's a kind of crappy, rainy, cold, wearing a hoodie in August kind of day today. So this morning it actually rained, like you can actually see. Let me show you these puddles. Look at that. So it was like pouring at like 4:45 this morning. I bet you my backyard's a mess. Let's see if I can see. There's my dogs. So my backyard is muddy. My cleaning lady can't come to the house because there's no point. And look at this. This is so awesome having two Hellcats in my garage. Obviously this is my brother's. For those of you guys who don't know, we'll do a review on the wrap, but it's a camo wrap. If you guys should have seen the other videos, but there it is. So it's not a sneak peek. I mean, it's out, but I'll put the whole video on my channel. I'll make a video actually today for you guys going over it, but that's what it looks like from front. So my dogs are barking at who knows what. Shh. Because you know boxers are super protective. So anyways, I'm gonna do a full review on the wrap here a little later today for you guys. And but right now we're gonna run to my bank, do a couple errands, and while I'm doing that, we're gonna go over who I decided to take the Hellcat to and start making some power on it. So let's hop in the Jeep and let's get this video started. So two things I need to do. I need to go to my bank. The other thing is I need to go to Best Buy, which I'm probably gonna go to Best Buy first. And is this lady really raking the leaves in the alley? I guess so. I'll do a little wave. Gotta be nice. That's the strangest thing I've ever seen. So random. I don't know. My neighbors are kind of weird. But anyways, I need to go to Best Buy. I'm gonna buy. MISA actually showed me this. I should have showed you guys before. But it's a new suction cup for the windshield. So anyways, let's just get to the damn video, shall we? Alright, as you guys know, I've been doing my research. I've called several shops. So I've called several shops and I've shopped around, and not just, you know, price is not really the main concern for me. It has to do with it a small amount. Like if two companies are doing the same thing and one's a little cheaper, I'm trying researching and asking myself, why are they cheaper? But I'm not looking for somebody who's like the cheapest person to do tuning or installing parts or whatever. That's not what I'm looking for when I first started doing my research for the shop that's gonna be working on my car. So was looking online, went on forums, took your guys' opinions, did as much research as I think that was worth it. Why the fuck do I have the AC on? 68 degrees. Basically, like I've told you guys, I wanted around 800 to 900 wheel horsepower. Okay, not at the crank, wheel horsepower. Realistically, without having to like upgrade the supercharger or port the supercharger or do anything to the actual engine. So basically bolt-ons with some fuel. You know, you should be able to make around 8 to 850, maybe a little higher to the wheels. Not without a problem. So obviously depending on who the tuner is and stuff like that, horsepower is going to vary. So the two companies that it basically came down to was TES Performance, which out of Lubbock. They are a company that is very highly recommended. Actually, my buddy and the sales manager at Texas Dodge, Brandon Burke, which if you guys need any vehicles, make sure you call him. Say Brandon Burke. Kevin told me to call you. But anyways, he's always talked very highly of them. At the We Are Mopar show last weekend, they brought their 1500, yes, 1500 horsepower SRT Jeep Grand Cherokee. Bad motherfucker. Bad. Can you imagine 1500 horsepower all-wheel drive? Pretty wild. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's the fastest Jeep SRT Grand Cherokee in the nation of that body style, because it's the new body style. The other company was a company out of, I think they're in Dearborn, Michigan, which is Livernois Motorsports. I was looking at, is it HHP in Delaware, but which I think they have one of the fastest Hellcats out right now. But honestly, I never heard back from them. So they were another highly, I think it's HHP, another highly recommended company from you guys and from some other people. And obviously, if you have the fastest Hellcat in the nation, you're probably doing something right. So I tried to get a hold of them, never heard back. It was between TES and Livernois Motorsports. One's in Detroit, one is in Lubbock. Lubbock is about an hour to an hour and a half away from me. Detroit is 20 hours away from me. This was part of the pros and cons list that I was trying to make. I have both quotes in paper form. They're slightly different. Both companies have a little slightly different opinions on things, which is fine. No two shops should have the same opinion, or they don't have to have the same opinion. One of the major differences between Livernois and TES is TES uses HP tuners and Diablo for their tuning, which almost everybody does. However, Livernois has their own software, and they are the only ones, as far as I know, that have figured out the E85 flex fuel. Because I was talking to TES, and they said we don't have that. Holy construction, Jesus Christ. They said they don't have the ability to do flex fuel right now. You can either run E85 or 91, or they'll give you two tunes basically. Livernois, I'm at the wrong fucking bank. What am I doing? Jesus, I'm going to Best Buy. Livernois has their own software. They have a handheld tuner that you get, I believe. And this is the coolest part, which I should have filmed this yesterday when he was telling me. By the way, I was talking to Andy Ricketts from Livernois. Very, extremely helpful guy. He's one of their sales guys, and he knows exactly what the hell he was talking about, because I was asking him some questions on purpose to see what he thought, and he knows his shit. So I got to give a shout out to Andy. Anyways, so they have their own. They were telling me they have their own software to do the E85 mix, and their programming, the way that it works is basically, say you go to a gas station, right? And you fill it up with E85 and you do like a mix of like 93. It automatically adjusts. Or even, here's a better case scenario. Say you go to a gas station, you fill up with E85, the whole tank. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be E85. It's going to be either a little lower or a little higher. What it does is it automatically adjusts everything for you. The computer does the whole thing. It's crazy. He was telling me, doesn't matter what you put in it, what mix of whatever, it adjusts for everything. So just spark, timing, the whole thing. It's fucking awesome. I think he was saying there's like 2,000 variations or something crazy that he was talking about. Really interesting stuff, and that one really started to push them over the edge. The other thing is they have their own software, and the other thing, let's see, Livernois has a few things going for them. So they have their own software. They do their E85 flex fuel. They're the only ones, you know, that I know of that are actually running a kit that actually works, and that's what TES even said. There's no kit on the market you can buy specifically for a Hellcat, is what they were telling me. The other thing that Livernois had above them was they have a custom, theirs comes with a custom drive shaft. Now, DSS, which is the drive shaft shop, makes drive shafts for the Hellcat, which I've heard good and bad about. Obviously, I wouldn't get the carbon fiber one because there's that Hellcat that was online, the carbon fiber one just like shredded. But TES uses DSS, no big deal, aluminum drive shaft, whatever. TES uses a dual Warblow full fuel pump. God, that's hard to say. Livernois uses the booster pump. Now, I got both opinions, and both actually kind of made sense. The booster pump is fine for what I'm going to be doing. Now, if I decide that I want to put more horsepower or get into the engine or upgrade the supercharger, then I will have to go to a dual fuel pump. TES wanted to run it automatically right off the bat. Livernois said it was kind of overkill doing it that way. He said it's not bad. He's like, but it's kind of overkill. You don't have to do that. Okay. So, what were the other major differences? Let's see. Livernois has a custom pulley, which I thought was really fucking cool. So you're not just buying kind of off-the-shelf pulleys like a Metco or whatever, which it's no big deal. They work perfectly fine, but I think it's just cool that it's a custom drive shaft. It's a custom upper pulley. That to me is very cool. What else was like really big difference? I thought the customer service from Livernois was a little bit better. He was very concerned with making sure that their cars are reliable. And to me, now my Hellcat's not a daily driver, but I'll drive it as, like today, I wouldn't drive it just because the weather's kind of iffy, right? But, I would drive it I'd drive it every day if it was like sunny all the time. So for me, that's a big thing. That lady was not gonna fucking stop. Jesus Christ, almost got fucking killed. For me, reliability is a huge thing. This is a $70,000 car that I'm going to be taking the warranty off of because as soon as you take the PCM, and fuck with it, that's it. And for those of you guys that don't understand about the software thing, so basically, when you have a Hellcat, and I've talked to Boost, I've talked to TES, I've talked to a couple other companies, when you have to take out your computer, ship it to HP tuners, they unlock it, then they ship it back, then you have to tune it, versus Livernois, which can do all that in-house. I believe they are the only ones to actually do that in-house. Very cool again. There's a lot of positives to Livernois. The big knock against them is they're in Detroit. It's 20 hours away. I'm gonna have to ship my car. Never shipped a car. It makes me fucking nervous. It's also gonna be expensive to ship my car. Whether I wanna drive it myself up there and wait it out if they can install the stuff and then drive back, but that's a lot of time that I'd have to take off work, because you're talking about 2 days of driving, because 20 hours, and then however long it takes them to put on the stuff, probably 3 days, and then drive back, that's another 2 days. So you're talking about a week total. For me, it's gonna be better to just pay somebody to fucking do it. So, who did I decide to go with? Well, their quotes were a little bit different. TES was putting a little more, like the dual fuel pump. They had a couple other things on there that were just a lot of add-ons. To me, some of the stuff, from my opinion, seemed a little unnecessary. And honestly, the biggest thing is being able to run E85 flex fuel, meaning I can go to any fucking pump and it's gonna adjust for me. That's the biggest thing for me. If I want to take a road trip to Dallas, I don't want to have to worry about shit. I gotta find a gas station that has E85 on the way, otherwise I'm screwed. Oh, they don't open until 10? Oh, it is 10. Okay, cool. Just got to Best Buy, so open at 10. So, let me go grab this part real quick so I can attach this to the windshield, stop fucking holding it like a bum, and then I will tell you who I decided to go with. Alright, so this is what I decided to get. This is the Joby. So if you guys want to have a suction cup on your whatever, the Joby, I had one before, but it had like the little like bendable arm. The actual suction cup works better in my opinion than the GoPro. The only thing was the bendable arm kind of sucked. So MISA showed me this, and this is way better. I would recommend the Joby over the GoPro stuff. So let me attach this to the window and we can finish this shit. Alright, that should be better. Cool. Turn off your fucking alarm. Anyways, what I was saying is, basically, we're going to fucking Detroit. So, next step is this girl really smoking a cigarette, fucking wearing running shorts and running shoes? Jesus Christ. So, it's going to Detroit. I want to say thank you to everybody who recommended Livernois. I'm very excited to actually work with them. Their customer service has been really, really good. I talked to the owner, and I talked to, Andy, which is, I believe, their head sales guy. So, I got to give a shout out to you guys. I appreciate everybody who you recommended. It was close between them and TES. I just, I don't know. Livernois, their car, their shop car, on 20s, obviously the DA is different there, the altitude is different. Still ran a 972. Do I expect to do that here? No. But if I can get a low 10 here, because the DA is usually shitty, it's like 6,000. Our elevation here is about 3,500. But if I can get, low 10s with 800, and then this is the other thing, is, they told me with what I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to, I'll easily be in the mid 800s for horsepower on E85. And it's a reliable tune that I can daily fucking drive. I can go fill up at 91 if I want to. I can do a mix if I want to. I can do full E85 if I want to. Which is nice, because if I'm just going to drive it around, then I can just fill it up at 91. Or if I say, you know what, I'm going to probably go do some racing in Mexico or some racing at the drag strip, then I'm going to go fill it up with E85. We'll be getting E85 here in Amarillo within the coming weeks. Somebody actually posted the giant, the giant container where they store all the E85 for the underground. So it's definitely coming. It's not here yet. I'll keep you guys updated when it finally does come. I'm waiting to hear back from Andy about kind of a timeline, basically. What the fuck? I swear to God, dude, people in Texas are the worst fucking drivers. That dude literally just almost died twice today. Anyways, so I'm waiting to hear back from them on when, how long it's going to take, etc. Obviously, everybody else I talked to said it's going to take 2 weeks because they have to ship out the ECU. So I'm assuming it's going to take probably a week's time. I would love to ship it out as soon as I can, because that way I can get everything started and have the car back before then. So that's what I've decided to do. I would have loved to have been able to do a step-by-step process of, this is what this makes, this is what this makes, blah, blah, blah. My brother's going to actually be doing that with his Challenger. For me, I just found a company that I really want to work with. It sucks they're in Detroit, so I'm just going to have them do it all in one thing. Now, what's going to happen after the 850 or whatever horsepower it makes? Well, I don't know. Probably upgrade the supercharger and probably start digging into the motor, I would assume. They tune the transmission, obviously, because you need to. So, I'm very looking forward to working with Livernois Motorsports. If you guys, make sure you guys follow them on Instagram, Facebook, because they will be updating their stuff that I believe they're going to be working with me. So, I'm very excited. The Hellcat is going to make some serious power, and it's going to smell like French fries. So, who doesn't love that? But, I do want to say thanks to everybody for kind of helping me out. Now, on to step 2. If anybody knows, and I've already talked to RP Productions a little bit about who he used to ship his car up to Pennsylvania, for their little Street Speed 717 thing. But if anybody knows of a reliable, not fucking too expensive place that could ship my car, please DM me on Instagram at CaliBoyCev. Send me a Snapchat at CaliBoyCev. Comment below. Send me an email. My email is always in the description. Let me know if you guys have if you worked with a company, if you work for a company, if you have a hookup or whatever. I know it's probably going to be around $800 to $1,000 to ship my car from here to Amarillo, from here to Detroit. Let me know, please, because I'm trying to get this done. But I wanted to give you guys an update this morning. It's Friday, so the video is coming out today. I'm very excited, though. I'm pumped. We're gonna go to, as long as the weather holds out, we plan on going to Test and Tune tonight. I would love to get 1 or 2 more track runs before I get everything done, because I'm assuming I probably won't ship the car off probably for 2 weeks. I would say by the time I get everything lined up, they get the parts in, all that good stuff, that's probably what it's going to be. I would say probably 2 weeks. So if you guys have any information on shipping a car, experiences, what not to do, what to do, please let me know. Otherwise, I just want to say thank you guys for supporting the channel. Like, you guys are fucking legit. I really appreciate it. You know, a couple months ago I had like 1,000 subscribers. You know, now we're at almost 13. You guys are fucking awesome. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited to, you know, show you guys the Demon when I get it, which is probably gonna be November. And I figure, you know, fixing up the Hellcat should suffice till we get the Demon. And I've got a few other things planned, I think, but that's for another video. So make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. My name is Kevin Van Boris. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I'm out this bitch.